Hey everyone, it is Wednesday, July 14th, 2021. I took one trade on Shopify. Did not go as planned, but I think it was a pretty good trade otherwise, even though it just didn't work out. And I'm going to explain why it didn't work out and how I could have overcame it. And actually, it would have hit my profit target anyway, but I sold too soon. So let's get right into the trade. All right, so on Shopify, the overall trend, or the higher time frame analysis, indicates that we were pretty bullish. We were kind of consolidating at all-time highs here, which is pretty bullish, obviously. We're holding this 1450 level pretty nicely, and we're trying to break out here. Obviously, as you can see, indicated by this red candle, that was not the case today. Um, but yeah, so I thought, maybe today would have been the day to break all-time highs, which was false. But let's go get right into it. So the level I was looking at was 1534.7, right around that area. As you can see, that it has been resistance for past week and a half, or actually almost a month now, past 3 weeks, as indicated here. So pretty straightforward stuff. And let's get right into it. Actually, before I do that, I'll go explain the NQ chart. So since Shopify is a tech stock, we can look at NQ. Really not much to talk about here other than the fact that, we were at all-time highs here pushing, so no reason to take this thing short. We keep making all-time highs every single day, it seems like. But today we kind of had like a minor pullback-ish, at least for equities. But the market's still pretty strong, so really no reason to take puts here or go short. So I liked the chances here. I entered the trade at around 1016, so right on this candle. It seemed like, I really like these wicks here. These wicks were pretty beautiful. It almost seemed like buyers were stepping in. Volume was kind of decreasing, but that's just because it was, after half an hour. But still pretty strong volume, decent volume here. And I thought, you know what, all right, we're pulling back here. Maybe we'll make this push to 15,000 here. But that was not the case. And yeah, so NQ was strong. Really no reason, it just added confirmation to my trade. So my entry was at 1016 and my exit was at 1018, and all within the same candle. My entry really was exploited on a 1 minute chart, even though I always like to enter on a 5 minute chart. The reason why I really I liked this was because we were increasing in volume here. So there's, one confirmation. We had, I really like that. We had NQ to support it. We had, all-time high, so it's going to act like a magnet here. And, this key level here. And so that was another confirmation. And, I think that we kind of had a pullback here, and maybe that's where I kind of went wrong. Maybe I should have known that because we failed to break it the first try. Maybe think twice again. But I think it still would have worked out. It kind of was a nice trade on my end anyway. I still really like it. We had somewhat of a rally-based rally. We had a wedge pattern, so we had a ton of things going for us here. I entered on this candle and I exited here. My target was 1540. As you can see, it was hit. And my stop loss was going to be below this candle, which was right about 1530, or even, back within the trend. And I didn't really respect that. And I think the reason why, or I don't think I know the reason why, is because I was caught staring at my P&L. And it was a pretty big contract, and it was, my first big contract in a while. And I think that's what really costed me here. I saw my P&L, I saw that it was in red, and I panicked, and I just exited. And what do you know? We didn't really have a close below my stop loss, and we triggered my take profit, which wasn't, super, super profitable. So not the best trade on my end in that regards. But nonetheless, it would have worked out, and I would have made, 10, 15% on the trade. Instead, I lost 10% on the contracts, which is kind of crazy. To be honest, it was a 3-point move, 2 points even, that I lost 10% on. So that just goes to show you that it's, it's really freaky. I kind of got a weird fill, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I mean, I entered right about here, right as we broke this with good volume here. Again, I want to point out that we had nice increasing volume here. We broke this flag pattern. It was kind of a rally-based rally here on good volume. So I thought it was a very good trade. We were anticipating the high of daybreak, getting in that premium spike, and that's not really what happened. So I think it was actually a really nice setup that just didn't work out, to be honest. NQ was supporting it, and I thought it was a good trade. The only concern was that we kind of failed earlier in the day, but that's all right because we were going again, and my target would have been hit at 1540. So it would have been a nice trade, just didn't work out. And I think the reason why it didn't work out was because I was already so scared to be in a ton of money in terms of the contract size. So I think from now on, I'm definitely going to size down and just regain some confidence, regain that consistency, regroup and refresh, and then come back to Shopify and the big names at a later point in time before I really, give away a lot of my profits. So that was that trade, and I only took that trade. Another trade that I also wanted to enter in on was Netflix, but I was super, super frustrated because my Thinkorswim crashed actually here. I had to reboot my entire system, and it took about 15 minutes, and I missed both of these trades, which I was super pissed about. Not happy at all. So that, it's possible that could have also influenced my trading in Shopify. I don't think so because I had my emotions pretty in check. It was more of the amount in the contract that I had in Shopify. But here, real quick, the key level that I was obviously going for was this 544.64 level. Perfect rocket ship technique here. Kind of like a retest. This was one good entry here. Could have entered here as soon as we broke this 5-minute candle, and we would have gotten a nice premium spike. And if I missed that one, I could have gotten in on this retest, which was probably an even better candle to enter on as we retested this level. Yeah, it would have been another great entry. It could have gotten a whole, $2 here. Let's say, yeah, about $2 if I entered. As soon as the retest, enter. Let's just break it down in a 1 minute real quick. And of course, NQ to support it as well. So not the best volume here, but great volume here when we broke this key level. And so that was good entry, and I guess it would have been a 5-minute close below the level, which is not what happened. And the reason why I say 5-minute close is because look what happened. We had this rocket ship fuel and this move higher. So those would have been my two trades. I didn't obviously take Netflix because my Thinkorswim crashed. Shopify didn't work out, but I really think it was a good setup. If you disagree, I'd really like your feedback because I think it would really help me as well understand the trade itself more. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching.